Hey guys, welcome into the video. I'm going to be painting, I'm going to be removing some old solar panels, and I'm going to be wiring. So stay tuned for all that. Lots of excitement ahead.
Sir, according to my here Google device, it says it's in the upper 40s. And boy, is it cold. So I like taking off the chill with this here Mr. Buddy Heater. Let this run here for a few minutes here. Well, it's the crack of dawn, bright and early. It's the hour of 7. My batteries are going low. I know you can't tell, but I'm on a slant. I'm in a driveway, and the nose of the van is pointing downward. So I'm kind of like rolling off the bed. My sheets keep falling up. Well, actually, I'm using this sleeping bag, so it's been really cold at night. But I sleep so toasty warm when I get 2 blankets on. So I get this. I've had this thing for years. I got this at Walmart. It is a Coleman sleeping bag. I think it's rated at like 30 degrees. And then but it doesn't keep me warm. Not enough to sleep at night in Tacoma, Washington in November. Then I put this on, another layer over it. This is a 0-degree bag, and this one works really well. But the problem is, it's such a slippery material that it slides off. And then so I wake up freezing cold in the middle of the night, and I realize, oh, my blanket's rolled off on the ground again. So, and, oh yeah, I want to show this right here. Does anyone else have this problem? When I have this 0-degree bag on, and I have it up to, like, I guess my cheek, every time I take a breath, I move a little bit, and it creates this, like, my whiskers or something hit this, and it scratches, and it's so annoying, I can't sleep with it. But, this old one right here has, I don't know what you call this, but it's like more of a fabric, and then, whereas this is like the scratchy polyester sound. But, anyways, I love this blanket. Does anyone else have that problem? Someone commented, said I should use my solar panel that fell off the roof as a doormat. And I kind of essentially am using it as a floor mat. There's like ridges in the van, you know? And it sort of like helps flatten it out a little bit to make a nice, smoother flooring. But yeah.
Well, this whole idea started off with me wanting a cabinet for some storage. But before I did the cabinet, I wanted to get a proper full floor in place. So here I am. First steps, I decided to use some of this polyiso stuff and put that in the slats in the flooring to make it a little bit smoother. In hindsight, and I think there's a lot of van dwellers that just put plywood right over it. It doesn't really matter. That's the super adhesive that I'm using, and I'm just adhering that to the floor. Patting it down and blowing out all the debris. Yeah, this Super 77 3M adhesive works really well. I'm just patting those into place, and if anything, you know, it'll offer a little bit more insulation. Couldn't hurt. It's very tedious though, I'll tell you that. Alright, we got the first piece of plywood in here. We need a few more precision cuts, but check it out. We got around the gas tank there. Sweet! And it looks like if we do it right, we can have a seamless transition between the wood flooring and the entryway. And I'm just placing the solar panels on top of the van just to get an idea of what it looks like. And I'm thinking about keeping the flexible solar panels in place. They're already riveted, and just adding 2 more rigid panels. Damn, look at this truck here. This is looks like a semi. It's a GMC 4500 Duramax diesel. That is a beast. All right, here's the progress for today.
Boy, is it cold!
Get these boards cut into place, and we actually fit it under this lip. So this is a 1/2-inch plywood, and there is going to be that seam there. And we got some floor tiling. Stony oak is the color. What you doing, girl? How are you? Say hi, Ellie. Remember the camera, Ellie? Remember when I recorded you like a couple years ago and you were on my YouTubes? All right. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I was under the impression that rivets would provide a lot more security compared to like the UHB tape, but as you can see, it's just you got your master key, the drill, and it's done, and you can take it off very easily. You might actually get more security with the tape, because to remove that, you need probably a heat gun to do that, to soften it, and then maybe a putty knife to work it out. I haven't really seen a cordless heat gun, but I have seen cordless drills. So anyone on the street could walk up, zing, 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 take out all your rivets and take your panel. So maybe it's the false sense of security there. Maybe the tape is actually more secure. Just like that. Mucho me gracias. Oh, dame. Oh, mame. Oh, de mala manicho, no te apataya contai. Guess I had put some adhesive in here and I don't remember that. Alright, from ucky to less yucky. You can see there's a little bit of corrosion that occurred. So I've still got the rivet kind of sticking out here. I'm gonna file that down. And I'm wondering, did that come from the rivet itself or did it come from these washers? So it looks like I didn't even use Dicor or butyl tape. This time I'll definitely do that. And I'm just using this angle grinder here to cut off part of the rivets that didn't come off with the drill. And then I put a wire brush on a drill and I'm using that to sand it down. Oh, I missed a few spots here. Yeah, gotta get that with the angle grinder. But yeah, I'm just trying to use this to get the rust off of it. And then I'm gonna apply some Bondo on there. I'm just stirring it in there. There's a little activator agent and then you stir it. And boy, that stuff smells really great.
Boy, is it cold!
Just trying to cover some of these holes so it doesn't drip on my head when I'm in the bed. And aesthetics here do not matter. Just don't want it to leak. And it's going to be under the solar panels anyways. So I'm just kind of roughly applying that. Go ahead and leave me a thumbs up for my artistic abilities here, please. Thanks. Looking good in your neighborhood. Ooh, love that Bondo smell. And now it's time to fit some of the rigid panels on the roof. And as you can tell, I decided to just completely remove the flexible, bendable solar panels. They're just 40% less efficient than the rigid panels, and you know, space is at a premium on the roof, so decided I'll just go with the higher efficiency panels, these Renogy 100 watt panels. It's time for a nutritious meal. When you're working hard like that, you gotta make sure you get some good nutrients in you. That's why I reach for the nearest can of beans. It's Van Twiller's meal. This is for my flooring. This is my actual floorboard here, piece of 1/2 inch plywood, and this is low or no VOC, eggshell white. It's mold resistant, water resistant. And now it's time to create a few more MC4 connectors. I'm using 14 gauge wire because it's what I had around, and I used a calculator on the internet, and it's perfectly capable to transfer 7 amps, the max that these panels are rated at.
Boy, is it cold!